What is going on, everyone? Welcome into Big Time Football Talk. So I wanted to touch on, I want to talk about Christian Gonzalez, cornerback from Oregon. He's one of my favorite players in this upcoming 2023 draft. And Gonzalez, man, there's a lot to like about Gonzalez. I mean, put on a show at the Combine, 4.38, 41.5-inch vertical. This was a guy that, was on Bruce Feldman's freaks list, so you knew he had a chance to really show out. I mean, this is a guy that the movement skills are incredible. I mean, ability, you see his speed really jumps out on tape. Ability to just turn and run with almost any wide receiver. Makes plays in the football, really came alive as far as making plays on the ball this year with 4 interceptions. Fluid hips, flips into zone coverage well, can play zone coverage, can play man, can press, has got a nice quick jab. Really had a big game against BYU. Struggled in the first game like the whole Oregon defense against Georgia, but then just came alive the rest of the year, and he just was, a dominant player in the Pac-12 and for Oregon. So, yeah, he is transferred from Colorado, played there in 2020 and in 21. Came to Oregon this year. And he really got to shine, and was on the national stage a few times. And looking back at some games at Oregon, at Colorado, was pretty darn good. Struggled in the matchup against USC where he guarded Drake London, but man, they really put him in a tough position, in a position to fail, going one-on-one man against Drake London. That was a very tough task. He did give up some catches, but he also did make some plays. He did have a nice pass breakup on London on a comeback route. Also made some tackles in that game. Like, not only at Colorado, he made some tackles at Oregon as well. He's a very good tackler, and he will compete. And this is a guy that, to me, I see AJ Terrell, and I follow Chris Sims' draft rankings. I think his take on Gonzalez in that game against London will be a lot like he's hammered about A.J. Terrell at Clemson when A.J. Terrell played Jamar Chase and gave up some catches. And a lot of people wrote A.J. Terrell off. A lot of people questioned that game against Gonzalez, that game with Gonzalez against London. But it goes to show just how much trust they have with these guys to play a man-on-man on an island against the top two, the top wide receivers. A lot of it is, like Chris Sims says, they trust that corner, whether it's Gonzalez or Terrell, so much they say, hey, you go guard that receiver the whole game man-to-man. Obviously, when he was giving us some catches to London, they kind of had to tail back there and move him around, and then make him play some zone coverage, and they couldn't just leave him in an island man-to-man with London. But yeah, I mean, there lots of love about Christian Gonzalez. I mean, this is a guy that's a credible athlete, former 4-star recruit out of the Texas area, 6'1", 6'1 and a half, about 200 pounds, so ideal size. He's very lean. He's got good length, good arm length, and nice season that he had this past year in Oregon. Really a nice career overall. A nice 3-year career, two of it being at Colorado the first 2 years, and then Oregon the last season. But yeah, you see some plays. The BYU game, he had a outstanding break in the football and pass breakup. You see, the Stanford game, he made multiple plays in that game. Will miss some tackles, but almost every corner you'll evaluate will miss some tackles. Look, his job in the NFL is going to be to try to shut down opposing NFL wide receivers' best, or opposing team's best wide receiver. Is not going to be his forte. Is not going to be as a tackler. The tackling that he's going to do is going to be a plus, but he's going to be this guy that's mostly going to be a man-to-man. Does have zone coverage ability, but mostly a man-to-man corner who can most likely will be trusted on an island in the NFL. So, yeah, just wanted to talk Christian Gonzalez from Oregon. Really nice player, really nice corner. Most people have him as the consensus number one corner on the board. Devon Witherspoon is up there. Emmanuel Forbes from Mississippi State. Cam Smith, South Carolina. There's some other guys I got to dive into. But I just wanted to touch on Christian Gonzalez. As he seems to, it seems like he's risen now to the consensus corner, and this is the guy is on my one of my favorite players in this draft and makes my guys I love list. So thanks for tuning in to Big Time Football Talk. Make sure to stay tuned for more episodes and clips from the show. Till next time, peace.